Hey, it's been a while since I've had one of these. I am currently being extra with this ridiculous silk kimono that I have on top of my Japanese inspired tattoo kind of inspired comforter for my bed. Um, oh, I In my original video that was kicking off my rather stagnant journey, I was talking about how I originally realized that I needed to lose weight when I hit my highest weight, because I was in my best friend's wedding and I got the pictures back from that and didn't even recognize myself because I was fat AF. It occurs to me that I've never actually talked about what triggered me to start losing weight this time. I was buying a sweater for a ugly Christmas sweater party, and I bought something that seemed like it was going to be a little bit too big for me because it was a unisex sweater and I was getting it to fit my chest. And if I get something big enough to fit my chest, it's unisex, it's going to be big everywhere else. It's not something that I've really talked about, and most of my full body shots have been as sports bras that really compress the girls. But I have a 32G chest, which is about 42 inches. So it's big. Even at my skinniest, my chest was still, I think the smallest I managed to get it was about 38 inches, because they're big. So I bought this sweater, and it came in the mail, and it looked huge to me. And I was showing it to my husband, and I said to him, hey, I know this looks big, but I think it's gonna fit just a little bit big. And he looked at it and then looked at me and said, I don't think it looks big. And at that point I was like, oh, okay, so I actually really am fat. This isn't just the low-key body dysmorphia I have. I have actually gotten fat enough that this article of clothing, that when I look at it, looks like it would be horrifically too big, looks to someone else like it would fit me. And I didn't react to that very well. I got in a pretty negative mental place for a while, and even that didn't immediately spur me into losing weight, because I didn't start going to the gym until April. I did start eating less in late December, early January. That was mostly because we were having a weight loss competition at work that I did not end up winning. But yeah, it really hurt my feelings to know that the person I live with that sees me every day also saw what I saw when I looked in the mirror. Because even at my skinniest weight, I would still look in the mirror and feel fat. Granted, when I look in the mirror, I don't think that I'm as fat as I currently am. I always think I look about the same as I did when I was around 180 pounds. It doesn't matter if I'm 200 pounds, if I'm 130 pounds. I think I look like what I did when I was 180. That's just the version of me I have in my head, and is what I see when I look in a mirror. Which is one of the reasons why I've been recording and posting side-by-side shots of every single week I go to the gym, because I'm hoping at some point I can train myself to see myself as I actually am and not as I am in my head. I don't know if it's going to work or not. And it's not even like real body dysmorphia. It's just a little bit. Like there's a lot of things that are wrong with me, but they're just a little bit wrong with me. Like I don't have binge eating disorder. I binge eat a little bit. I don't have anorexia or orthorexia. But sometimes I lean in that direction. I'll get a little bit too obsessed with exercising. I'll get a little too obsessed with counting calories and cutting them back as much as humanly possible. It's not healthy. Um, I mean, at this point, I've had enough therapy to know when I'm having harmful thought patterns and to disrupt them, but I haven't really gotten to a point where I disrupt them and then completely dispel them. I can tell that there's something wrong and I can tell that it's something I need to stop, but it's not something I know how to actually do away with entirely. And part of this whole journey I'm going on right now is that it's taking some of the skills that I learned in therapy when I was overcoming pretty significant physical problems and focusing them on something that's been a problem for me since I hit puberty, really. I don't know how successful it's going to be. I like to think that I'll be able to do this and I'll come out of this to and get back to the point where I was before I got run over by a truck. Because I was in a really good place then. And I'm not really in a really good place now. And I need to deal with it and not make excuses. Like, I'm busy, but everyone's busy. Part of it, I'm partially hoping that once my thesis is actually written, things will get easier because it eats up a lot of time. It eats up a lot of actual time in writing the thesis, and it eats up a lot of time in not actively writing my thesis and being eaten up with guilt about it. And the job I'm currently working is a lot more demanding than the job that I was working when I got back down to my lowest weight right before I got hit by that truck. There are things that I have to work around, but I can't put it off. I need to actually do it, and I need to stay buckled down as much as possible and not do things like say I'm going to go to the grocery store and pick up some coconut milk so I can make smoothies for a week and a half and then just not fucking do it because I'm being a lazy piece of shit. And it's easy for me to be a lazy piece of shit because I think, oh, well, I should be working on my thesis. I shouldn't be going to the grocery store. I should be focused on that. But do I actually do that? No. I do work on my thesis, don't get me fucking wrong there, but for all the time I spend working on my thesis, I spend at least an equal amount of time sitting just paralyzed and staring at my computer and not actually working and feeling guilty about not actually working. It's a really big mental block. I've been considering going back to my therapist to like work through that because the paralysis surrounding failing at doing my thesis is something that I wish that I was emotionally prepared for, and I'm really not. And it's really bleeding into other parts of my life. And I almost wonder if it's self-sabotage. Not just for my thesis, but also self-sabotage in terms of getting healthy. Whether it's just my brain telling me that I'm not good enough and I'm not worth it. Maybe I don't need to go to therapy. Maybe I'll just cry on the fucking internet. It's cheaper. I have to pay the therapist to watch me cry. But I actually really do think that's might be what it is. That I don't think that I'm worthy of being healthy and succeeding in my thesis and succeeding at my job. Oh my god. I'm I think that's what it is. This is really weird. I wasn't expecting to have some sort of emotional breakthrough while laying on my bed and talking at the internet, but that is, I think, what it is. And that's bullshit. I am worthy. Why am I such an idiot? Why don't I want to allow myself to be happy and to do what I want to do and to be the person I want to be? I want to accomplish what I've started out to do. I want to be strong. I want to be healthy. I want my body. Hello. My dog scratching himself. Hello. He knows that I'm upset. He's very sweet. It's not the fluffy dog. It's that one. I think I'll get there. I really do. I mean, I have like a mental block, but if I'm right and that this is what that mental block is, I at least know how to get through this because a lot of my therapy was centered around dealing with feelings of inadequacy. So maybe there's some hope. Maybe I'll stop being a garbage person and actually finish what I set out to do in terms of academics, in terms of health and fitness. Maybe I'll get there. I think I might be wrong to despair at this point. Well, I was gonna put this as one of my regular videos, but I'm at 13 minutes. I'm gonna cut some of this out. So I think this is a bonus story time video. So yay, bonus story time about how I'm a fat ass, and also watch me cry. Yeah, I'll be back with my regular boring ass weekly updates. Soonish. I don't know when I'm posting this. I don't know when I'm posting those. I'm not on any sort of actual schedule. I don't understand why anyone watches these videos. Fuck. Yeah, so thanks for watching. And for the people who have actually stuck around and watched some of, if not all of my videos, thanks. I really don't understand the appeal of it, but you guys are helping me stay honest and stay on track as much as I have been. Because the guilt of not going to the gym is definitely one of the things that keeps me going to the gym on days where I'm not like just swamped at work. So thanks. See you guys around.